Thank you, thank you. I'm super excited to be here with you this morning. It's still morning. First and foremost, I want to thank the leadership of Lagos Chamber of Commerce for organizing this event, and also the ICTEL, and for inviting me to come and address you on a topic that is so near and dear to my heart. That's about disruption, transforming enterprises using innovation, as well as pitch session for startups. Today is the first time I heard about P&T. So that's the disruption. P&T has been disrupted by NITDA, NITDA disrupted by MTEL, MTEL by MTN, and so on. So in the realm of technology, if you don't disrupt, you will be disrupted. So you need to find a way to disrupt to survive. Prof, the MD Galaxy Backbone, take us through what is disruption, how technology is disrupting everything we do. So looking at that, and because of time, I just want us to take just few ones. Let's talk about mobile technology. When I was growing, I knew about NITDA. And to make a call, maybe you have to go from one place to another to get a phone booth to make a call. At that time, it was said that there were more landlines in Manhattan than in the whole Africa. That was about early 2000. But 20 years later, there were more mobile phones in Africa than in the whole American continent. So you can see the power of disruption. You can use it to leapfrog and achieve what you want to achieve. And the mobile technology has changed a lot in the way we do things, and also helped us and empower us, because most of us today, we rely on our mobile phones for most of the things we do. For example, myself, I rely on it to wake me up in the morning. I use it to read news. I use it to communicate with family and friends. I use it to buy things online. I use it to transfer money. I use it to check my emails. Everything I do about my life, I use my mobile phone. And it takes and stores information about me as well. That means if someone can have access to your mobile phone, that person can depict you more than the way you can say about yourself. Because your mobile phones knows everything about you, who you spend time with, who you speak to, what you read, what you watch, everything. So today we are talking about AI, which is also another disruptive technology. Because most of this technology, the one thing about them, they are general purpose technology. They cut across so many industries and all sectors, because IT is pervasive. Anywhere you go, IT is not just about IT. IT is about everything we do. So looking at these general purpose technologies like AI, AI is about everything. Anything you can think of, AI can disrupt it and change it. So today we are just at the beginning of the AI technology. We have seen the generative AI that just came to market early this year. But today, generative AI is adding 7% of the global GDP. That is worth about $7 trillion US, according to Goldman Sachs research. And also, it is increasing our productivity by almost 6%. Today you can ask ChatGPT to reply an email for you. You can ask ChatGPT to write a story for you. You can ask ChatGPT to write your speech. So you can see the power of the technology. So if I can ask ChatGPT today to write an algorithm for me, do I need to go to school, spend 5 years learning how to code? So you can see this is also disrupting the education system as well. Because someone will spend 5 years learning how to program, while I can just sit with my system and ask ChatGPT, do ABC for me, and it will do for me. So why do I have to go through the school system? And also, the technology, the AI, if you use it in robotizing things also, it can disrupt industries in the manufacturing sector. You don't need to have human doing the mundane work anymore. You can have a robot doing the farming work for you. Why do we have to go to farm? We don't need to farm anymore. Maybe you can have algorithm creating algorithm for you, algorithm manufacturing cars, doing the farm work for you, everything. So imagine a world without a work. What can we do? I think we can just sit down and enjoy ourselves. And also, in the area of the medicine, the AI will be used to cure terminal diseases. The AI can be used to address aging, because aging is about our cells getting weak and dead cells. You can use AI to reverse that as well. And they are even saying that with the AI, death can be an option. You can choose to live forever. Is that possible? Well, with the technology they are saying it's possible. And also, there is bioprinting also, 3D printing. With the AI, convergence of AI with the biology, you can solve issues of like organ transplanting. You don't need a donor. All what we need to is to get a stem cell of an organ, to grow the organ, or to use a 3D bioprinter to print that organ. You can grow a plant or a meat from a stem cell. So all these are possibilities, and the technology is growing. We have seen it in the area of generative AI. We are still at the narrow intelligence, and the AI has 3 stages: the narrow intelligence, the general intelligence, and the super intelligence. That's when we'll be talking about singularity. So all these are part of the disruption. But what does that mean to us and to our startups and to our business? It means if we don't disrupt, we'll be disrupted. We have forgotten about many businesses today because they have been disrupted. So your business also, you need to, as you exploit, as you do what you do better today, you need to explore how you can use technology to come up with new business value propositions. So before, we see technology as an enabler. You use it to enable your business. But today, it is no more an enabler. Technology is a strategic partner. It's an inspiration. Technology can inspire you to come up with a new business value proposition. So that's when we talk about innovation, because innovation is a process. Sometimes we confuse innovation with invention. Invention is your ability to come up with something new, while innovation is the ability to take an idea from inception to an impact. to solve a problem, to get someone to come and pay money to use that your idea. So that's when we call you an innovator. And invention costs money. Invention is a cost center. You spend money for research, you spend money to come up with new things, while innovation makes money. So innovation is invention and commercialization. When you invent new things, you need to commercialize it. You need to be able to pitch your product for new companies or people to use it to solve problems. That's why we have you, the startups. We have you with ideas. You need to come and disrupt. You need to use technology as a source of inspiration to disrupt businesses. So the technology provides us with 3 capabilities that you can use to disrupt anything you can think of. Firstly, ubiquitous data. There is data for anything you want. Before you start business, you need to do market survey, you need to send people to field to get information from customers, feedback, and many more. Today, you don't need all that. You can get it online, or you can use your mobile phone to get it. That means it is lowering the barriers to entry. You don't need to spend a huge amount to start. So the data is there, it is available. All what you need to is to get the data, make sense out of it, analyze it, and use it. Secondly, there is unlimited connectivity. Anything you think of, you can connect to it instantly and get information in real time. Before, connectivity was an issue, but today you can connect to your house, you can connect to your fridge, you can connect to your farm, you can connect to your office, you can connect to your fellow human beings as well, because there is computer brain interface technologies available. Even with our wearable solutions, you can connect to a human being, get information about his vital sciences and many more, movement, and make decisions out of it. And thirdly, there is unlimited, or there is a massive processing power, the computing processing power. Before, it is not easy to get computers, but today, our mobile phones are more powerful than the computer that took Apollo aircraft to the space. So you can see the kind of power, the processing power we have at the hand. So if you combine these 3 capabilities, you can disrupt anything you can think of. For example, Uber is not a new business. We know about riding services or taxi services. But what Uber did, they used the power of technology to provide a solution for you. That means from your comfort zone, you can choose the car you want to ride, the name of the driver, the routes you are going to follow, the cost it will cost you to ride that. So this is a solution. While before, if you need a driver, you have to go to taxi stand or station. You don't even know the next taxi that will pick you. You don't know the route is going to follow or the cost. So this is the power of technology to disrupt businesses. We have seen it in the financial industry. Before, we used to go to bank and queue for bank services, but today, nobody goes to bank. And even in Nigeria, startups use this to make a lot of money. Like Floater Wave, they have seen a gap within that transition from being a manual banking to internet banking. They came up with a solution to provide services for B2B, because mostly when we started the transition, people use ATM. They go to banks, they go to ATM to withdraw money or transfer. But as a business, mostly we don't have ATM. So Floater Wave saw that as a gap and used technology to come up with a solution that will connect that B2B transaction. So you don't even need to worry about what kind of channel you are going to use. And today, Floater Wave as a fintech is bigger than the biggest bank in Nigeria. So you can see the power of technology. It's not happening only in the developed or in the Western countries. Even in Nigeria, you can start your business, use technology, and grow it. So looking at all this and how you can transform it, what we normally encourage you as startup to do is focus about the solution. It is not about the money. If you have a solution, the money will come. So don't focus about the money, don't follow the money, follow the solution. The money will follow you. So look at what kind of problem do you want to solve. But as you think about it, you need to think big. That's the difference between just normal SMEs and you we call startups. Because you use the power of technology to build your business and become innovation-driven enterprises. That means you start small. How can you solve a local problem? But with the mindset, you can take it to the global stage. Technology can help you to do that. You don't need to have a physical space to do that. So as a government, we have so many initiatives that can help you to achieve that. When the government formulated the National Digital Economic Policy and Strategy, at NITDA, we crafted our strategic roadmap action plan that has 7 strategic pillars. Maybe because of time, I will talk about only 3. Firstly, it's about developmental regulation. Developmental regulation is about how can we create an enabling environment for you to start and grow your business. So we look at regulation not to stifle innovation, but rather to help you unlock opportunities. So we have what we call regulatory intelligence framework that look at regulations from 2 angles. Firstly, there is what we call a rule-based regulation and a non-rule-based regulation. But our preference is the non-rule-based. A non-rule-based is to allow the industry develop use cases, put themselves together, and come up with a self-regulation. Because technology is new, it's dynamic, it's changing. So you cannot regulate what you don't know. It's like putting a traffic light in a traffic place. You need to understand the traffic pattern before you put the traffic light. So we allow the industries, the startups, use all these emerging technologies, create a use case, then we work with them to develop the regulation. And also to us, regulation is beyond having a rules to follow. Regulation is any action that can influence business, social, and market behavior. So anything we do that can influence that, like even this conference, for us is a regulation because we influence you as a startup to start your business. So it's part of regulation. So we do a lot, and the most important one is what we call Nigeria Startup Act, which is regulation targeted to you startups that can help you to easily start your business and grow it. It has several initiatives under it. We have the labeling. You just need to get your startup to be labeled. When your startup is labeled, you can have incentives access to seed funding, and many more. We are in the process of establishing the startup seed funding. The Act says we should have a minimum of 10 billion naira, but we are targeting 100 billion naira. Then the next one is innovation hubs. We need to have innovation hubs across the countries to provide space for you to come and innovate and also network. So because innovation doesn't happen in isolation, you need to be in an ecosystem. So that kind of innovation provides that facility. Like we have one inside the Unilag, which within 2 years they have trained over 1,200 startups. And some of them, they have already got investment, and some they are doing the internship in the UK and the US. So I was there 2 weeks ago. Now we are working with them to see how we can expand it, maybe from innovation hub to make it to become a technology development zone. Because in the Act also, the Act encourages us to have technology development zone. Then the last initiative we are working on is talent development. Because talent is the engine room of technology innovation. Technology needs talent to work, and that's where we have a competitive advantage as a country and as a continent. All developed countries will be suffering from talent deficit because of aging, but we have abundant talent. It's just for us to harness that talent. So to do that, we are working on the digital literacy framework. We are signing it on Friday. We have finished developing it with all the competency areas identified. And we have also conducted a skill gap analysis to know the kind of competencies we need to build in the country. And the last part is to develop the talent strategy, because it's beyond just training people. After training, we need to connect it to jobs. It's beyond mentoring startups. After mentoring you, we need to handhold you to develop your product and take you to market. So these are the kind of initiatives, the pipeline we are working on putting in place. Then we have an initiative we call Technology, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship Support, which we have done a pilot also. We are graduating them soon. So that one also is a process, is an initiative where we take startups to innovation hubs, and the target is to come up with a product ready for market. We have done the pilot one. The success rate is more than 70%. So we will do the closing ceremony next month and launch the second cohort about it. So we have many initiatives, but because of time, I know I cannot share with you all. But lastly, I just want to congratulate all of you who participated. To me, you are all winners coming all this way. So you are all winners. Whether you get a prize or not, you are a winner. Therefore, I encourage you to never relent, constantly innovate, push boundaries, and disrupt the status quo. You know, sometimes we'll say this is how we do things. No, don't listen to that. Just disrupt it. And also embrace every challenge as an opportunity, every failure as a lesson, and every setback as a stepping stone towards greatness. So the world needs your ideas, energy, and passion. Think big, start small, fail fast, and scale quickly. Tomorrow you can become a unicorn like Flutter Wave and so on. Thank you.
Thank you very much.